There is no drivetrain, but I'm told that they're thinking of putting an electric motor by each wheel, so there'd be an all-wheel drive, hybrid, high performance, and obviously they'll have a gas engine in as well as the electric motors. And really it's just a concept. They're exploring avenues of design. It just won the Eyes On Design Award, which is a prestigious award given out every year at the Detroit Auto Show, which happened about 2 or 3 weeks ago. This is actually the 3rd city that this vehicle has been displayed, so it's the only one of its kind in the world, and it made its world debut in Detroit. So Chicago is our 3rd city that we're opening it to the public for viewing. So we're very excited to have it here. It is it's a lot of time, a lot of money has gone into developing this, and they're taking it very seriously. You can notice the attention to detail in the cabin really indicates that this is a vehicle we're taking extremely seriously and hoping to produce further down the road. But having said that, they're not giving away anything just yet. They're not saying either way. I was speaking to the designer of this vehicle. He's a young lad, he's only 28 years old, and he was telling me how he drew inspiration from elements of nature. He found a leaf and he twisted that leaf, took a mold of it, and really studied it and took cues from that leaf to include into his design here. And you can see the sort of the twisted contours of the vehicle that run from front to back really resemble that, if you use your imagination just a little bit, that of a twisted leaf, especially inside the cockpit as well. Notice that paneling there looks like wood. It's actually a suede leather. It's a brown suede leather, and the stitching that runs through all the leather seats and the paneling and the console there really resembles that of the vein that you'll find in a leaf. So it's a very unusual sort of design perspective from the young lad. He was also trying to achieve a very open and spacious feeling cabin, a very light cabin. You can see all the glass that he's used. It's an entire piece of glass for the roof. He's done away with any pillars that you'd ordinarily find between the front window and the rear window. He's done away with the pillars, so it's very open. There are no blind spots at all, and sort of that resembles that of modern architecture, if you will, glass on glass effect. So very stylish indeed. Also, the new spindle grille. This sports the new spindle grille, which is going to be the new face of Lexus right there. This is a bold exaggeration of it, and it's almost like an hourglass sort of effect there. And this is a bold 3D exaggeration of our new spindle grille that we're trying to incorporate into all of our vehicles. So that will be recognizable as the face of Lexus starting this day forward. We've actually just redesigned the GS, which is our largest sports sedan, and that's really leading the way in our product line with that new spindle grille. Unusual looking headlamps here. They're LED projected headlamps, which look like the lenses of cameras, and also this dot matrix indicator system, which is also repeated at the back. The tail lights are also very specially designed. If you look down into them, look directly into them, it looks like a tunnel that disappears forever, a tunnel of light that disappears into eternity. And the way in which they achieve that effect was a trick with mirrors. So it repeats the reflection countless times and disappears for eternity. So just have a look down into the tail lights. Very, very unusual configuration indeed. Also notice within the cabin, done away with all the buttons and dials and knobs that you'd ordinarily find in a vehicle, and replaced them with touchscreen technology, much like your smartphone. So it's a very clean, very minimalist feel inside the cabin. And so even things like moving your windows down, changing climate, changing your audio settings, all done with touchscreen. Now there's two panels in the doors and also in the center console as well, which has a larger keyboard for operating your navigation and things like that. A 12.3-inch digital display, which, believe it or not, is not a first, and it's not just a concept. We've actually included that into our brand new redesign of the GS. That has a 12.3-inch, over a foot-long digital display, which is an industry first. The designer was also telling me how when he sits inside vehicles today, he feels really detached from the experience. He doesn't feel very connected to the vehicle, and he's paid special attention with the design of this interior to make it very intimate and very snug feeling, almost like you're nestled into the cabin like a cocoon. And you'll see how he's overlapped the panels of the door and the console to really wrap and hug the driver in their driving position, as well as the passenger as well. So it's a very intimate cabin indeed. So again, this is the LF-LC. That stands for Lexus Future Luxury Coupe. It is just a concept, so no drivetrain has been designed for it yet, but We're anticipating it, hopefully. They're taking it very seriously, and really it depends on the feedback that we get from the public and the press, which has been very positive so far. Will determine whether we pursue this as a product for the Lexus line. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the LF-LC. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I can email you a brochure on this vehicle or any of our other vehicles on the floor. It's been a pleasure talking to you, and thanks for listening. Enjoy the rest of the show.